She thought she married the perfect billionaire, until an ancient mirror exposed the truth. But what happens when the secret he hides isn't meant to harm her, but to love her? Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Black Inside USA for more heart-touching war stories. The mansion stood like a golden dream carved into stone. Tall pillars, sweeping staircases, and chandeliers that poured warm light across the marble floors like liquid sunshine. To any outsider, Evelyn had married into a fairy tale. A billionaire husband, a castle-like home, and a life so perfect it almost felt unreal. And maybe it was. Because behind the polished smiles and gentle words, she sensed something in the walls, the air, the echo of her footsteps. Something in him, her husband, Adrian, handsome, kind, charismatic, but always distant, watching her a little too carefully, appearing silently in rooms without footsteps, and never standing too close to mirrors. Evelyn had ignored it, until the day she found the mirror. The mirror that shouldn't exist. It was an afternoon of soft sunlight spilling through tall windows when Evelyn wandered into the east wing, one area of the mansion Adrian always kept locked. But today, the door was cracked open. Inside, covered in dust and silence, stood an enormous oval mirror gilded in carved gold. Swirls of ancient patterns curled along the frame, and in the center glowed an etched symbol she didn't recognize. Something pulled her closer, a strange warmth, like the mirror was alive. "Beautiful," she whispered, brushing her fingers across the frame. The surface rippled, just slightly. She stepped back, her breath hitched. Had she imagined it? Curiosity won. Evelyn lifted the mirror toward her face. And the world froze. Her heart thudded, her breath caught in her throat, because behind her reflection stood someone else. No, not someone else. It was Adrian, but not as the man she saw every day. His lower body was long, powerful, scaled, a serpentine form glistening in shades of deep emerald and gold. His eyes were different too, glowing faintly with an inhuman warmth. Evelyn screamed and dropped the mirror, but it didn't shatter. Instead, it hummed like it recognized her. And behind her, footsteps approached, the truth in his eyes. "Evelyn," Adrian's voice was soft, heavy, pleading. She spun around, her hands shook. What are you? What did I just see?" His expression wasn't angry, it wasn't threatening, it was sad. He stepped closer, and though fear trembled in her chest, something about his eyes kept her rooted. "You weren't supposed to see it yet," he said quietly. "Not like this." "See what?" she whispered. "My truth." Evelyn backed away. "Adrian, I married a human man. A normal man." "No," he corrected with a painful calm. "You married me, and I have tried to be worthy of that." Her eyes stung. "Worthy? You lied." He flinched, as if the word pierced deeper than any blade. "I hid," he said. "But I never lied." He breathed in, steadying himself. "I am what my family has been for centuries, a guardian race. We protect, we heal, we observe, but we rarely love." His gaze softened. "Until I met you." Her breath trembled. He continued, "The mirror was created to reveal us, to show our true form only to those we choose to trust. But you didn't choose to show me," she whispered, tears filling her eyes. "That's the part that scares me most," he murmured, "because it still revealed me anyway." His hidden life. Adrian walked to the broken not broken mirror, glancing at it with reverence. "This mirror belonged to my ancestors. They used it to choose soul bonds, partners who could see us for what we are and not run." Evelyn swallowed. "Is that what I am? A soul bond?" He shook his head. "You are more. You were the first person who ever made me want humanity. Made me want something simple, something ordinary, a home, a partner, a life beyond duty." He hesitated. "I wanted to tell you the truth, but not until you trusted me enough to love both sides of me." Evelyn's voice cracked. "I did trust you, and I never wanted to lose that." Silence fell, not cold, just heavy, aching. Finally, Adrian said softly, "I understand if you want to leave. I will not stop you. I will not beg. Your safety and comfort matter more than anything I want." Something about his humility, his gentleness even now, twisted her heart. He wasn't a monster, he was a man terrified of losing her. The night she couldn't sleep, Evelyn lay awake. Her mind replayed the image from the mirror, the scales, the serpentine body. But her heart replayed the man, the one who held her when she cried, the one who never raised his voice, the one who treated her like she was the most precious thing he'd ever known. Was he dangerous? No, not once had she felt threatened. But loving someone who wasn't fully human, was that something she could accept? The next morning, she found Adrian by the balcony, gazing at the sunrise with a quiet sorrow that broke her. "You didn't sleep," he said softly without turning. "How do you know?" she asked. "I can feel your heartbeat from anywhere in the house." She pressed a hand to her chest, startled. "That's part of what I am," he continued. "I am connected to you. Not in a way that controls you, but in a way that protects you." Evelyn stepped closer, voice trembling. "Can I see it again?" He froze, then slowly nodded. His true form. They stood in the center of the room. Adrian closed his eyes. A soft glow radiated from his skin, swirling like gentle mist. Evelyn gasped as his legs dissolved into shimmering scales that stretched outward, elegant, strong, beautiful in a way she never expected. He lowered his gaze, ashamed. "This is me, all of me. If it frightens you, it doesn't," she whispered. Adrian looked up, startled. She stepped closer, slowly, her hand trembling. "May I?" He swallowed. "Yes." Evelyn reached out and touched the scales. Warm, smooth, alive. She exhaled. "You're beautiful." Adrian's entire body shuddered, like the weight of centuries lifted from his chest. "No one has ever said that," he whispered. The confession. As days passed, Evelyn began to learn more about his world, his guardianship, his lineage, the ancient rules he had always lived by. And something unexpected happened. The fear faded, the wonder grew. She found herself drawn to him, to his honesty, his devotion, the way he always gave her space yet stood ready to catch her if she fell. Finally, one evening, under the warm glow of chandeliers, he spoke again. "Evelyn, I know what we are is complicated, but I need you to know something." She looked up. "I love you," he said simply. "Not as a guardian, not as what people think I should be, but as a man who has found the only person he wants beside him." Tears rose in her eyes. "Adrian, I love you too." His breath caught, and he pulled her gently into his arms, careful, tender, like she was the most important choice he had ever made. The bonding ceremony. One night, he guided her back to the east wing, where the mirror stood waiting. "You don't have to do this," he whispered. "I wantcha," she answered. The mirror glowed as she stepped before it. Adrian stood behind her, his true form shimmering softly in its reflection. "This mirror doesn't just reveal truth," he said. "It seals it." Evelyn took his hand. "I choose you," she said. The mirror lit up, warmth rushing through the room, through her, through him. Their bond deepened, not changing her, not binding her, but connecting their hearts in a way deeper than human vows. When the glow faded, Adrian rested his forehead against hers. "You're mine," he murmured softly, "and I am forever yours." Her heart swelled. Nothing about him scared her anymore, because she saw the truth. He wasn't human, but he was hers. Life returned to routine. Soft mornings, long talks, quiet laughs. Adrian learned to trust her with all of himself. Evelyn learned a love stronger than fear. Sometimes she'd catch him watching her, with warmth, gratitude, devotion. And sometimes she'd see his reflection in the mirror, his true form shimmering like a guardian of old. But now, she smiled, because she didn't marry a monster. She married a miracle, and the world, both human and ancient, would never be the same again.